This blue is my favorite color because it matches my eyes. Okay, happy Friday. Questions. I drive a Ford Focus. I think it's like a, I think it's a 2004, 2005. I don't know. I want to replace it soon, hopefully in May. I'm going to do my part to stimulate the economy. Not because I'm spoiled and want a new car. What I really, really want is like a giant, offensive SUV that's painted like baby seal blood red and like makes hippies weep as it passes. Like runs on the tears of orphans and non-renewable energy sources. I want that so much, but instead, I'm gonna do the right thing and be a self-righteous asshole and buy a hybrid and then look down on everyone that does what they really want and buys a big old 4Runner. I'm so jealous of you people. They're just living like assholes on this planet, but you're so happy because you have a 4Runner. And people like me who have reusable grocery bags and recycle are secretly jealous of you. I admitted it. Okay, number 3, PDA. Now, I have mixed feelings about PDA. I don't care if you're gay or straight. That doesn't matter to me at all. I don't care if you are polyamorous and you're having some PDA moments with like 12 people at the same time. If me walking up to you would interrupt a private moment, you should be doing it in a private space. It's that simple. If you're holding hands and I walk up, it's not a big deal. But if you're making out with each other's tonsils, go home. What is missing in your life? You cannot be fulfilled in that way in the comfort of your own home. No one cares. I'm so excited for you that you are in love. Go home. You are not supposed to be doing that at the hospital, at the library. No. Do it at the airport. Like, I am crazy with the PDA at the airport because, like, I'm not going to see my girlfriend forever. And so, yeah, I'm not going to be like, bye, honey. But if you are at Harris Teeter and you are there to buy chips and dip for the game, you do not need to be touching each other inappropriately in the party chip aisle, okay? Grow up. Grow up. It's a piece of advice from me to you. Okay, and that's not to say I don't like affection. Don't get me wrong. And if you were in a dark corner at a club and you're drunk, have the fuck at it. Sweet. Don't have sex in a shoe store. Used to work in a shoe store. Don't have sex in a shoe store. I wasn't there when it happened, but my boss was, and I had to be there for the next week thinking about those kids having sex in my shoe store, around my shoes. Don't do it. Okay, the best album of all freaking time, I don't care what anyone says, Boys to Men, whatever. That was that period of time where my Walkman had like Boys to Men and Mariah Carey and some Faith Hill like back to back, and I was just jamming to it. Oh, good times. I also really liked, God, what was Lifehouse? What was their, like, really popular CD? I was going to say First, but they may have had CDs before that just weren't popular. But I remember the first time I went to New York City, I had that CD, and so every time I listen to it, every song makes me think of New York, and I just love it. Okay, if I wasn't a nurse, what would I be? Easy, I would be working for the CIA. I would either be a language analyst. That's more realistic. Like, I speak languages. In, like, fantasy world, I would be, like, a crazy, like, counter-terrorist spy. Like, yeah. I'd be the one doing the shit that the Congress says we don't really do, but we do. I'd be that girl. I'd be like, tell me what you know. I'd be really good at that. I only look nice. I'm not nice. Okay, I think that's it. I was going to say that before I wanted to be a nurse, I wanted to be a teacher. I think because I really like those dry erase boards, it's something very fulfilling about like writing things on it and then erasing it. I don't know. I had one when I was a kid. When I was in 4th grade, my mom bought me a dry erase board, and it was like the coolest thing I had ever gotten. I used to have class, and I would write like vocabulary words and teach people vocabulary words, and I would carry it. Like, it was probably about the size of a poster board, and I would write like onomatopoeia or something on it, or like pernicious. And then I'd go and be like, do you know what this word means? Can you imagine how annoying that must have been? But it was awesome. Somebody out there is like, pernicious? And before that, I wanted to have a sandwich shop. When I was 8, I was quite the little entrepreneur, and I wrote up like whole budgets. I would be like, I'm going to buy chips wholesale for 25 cents, making this shit up, of course, and then I'm going to sell them for 75 cents for a profit of 50 cents, and if I sell this many, I'll make this much, and then I can buy this. Seriously, like 8 years old. I remember my dad, I was telling him my business plan, and my dad was like, a sandwich shop on the beach, what about high tide? And I was devastated, like, what about high tide? It's awful. Okay, I'm going to go. Have a great weekend. This is a nice lighthearted week, as AJ said. No feelings hurt. No serious issues discussed. Except for somebody's going to be mad that I want an SUV. Can't please everyone. You can't.